Okay, we've just made a video. Now comes the exciting stage of putting it together. Welcome to the beginner's guide to using Windows Movie Maker. So what we're going to do is provide a brief overview into the editing process of putting the pieces of your video together. The first thing you want to do, and what we're doing is we're using Windows Movie Maker, which is a very basic program. It's limited in some features where other programs that are a bit more expensive, whereas this one is free and you can download it from just Google Windows Movie Maker and you can get it. But being that it's a free program, it has some limitations, but that shouldn't stop you from being able to create a very cool video and being able to put it together in a pretty neat way. So the first thing we want to do is make sure your computer is on, and what you'll need on your computer is the FireWire port. This is a port that a lot of computers have, especially newer models. And I think my computer just shut off here. Or maybe it's just the auto shut off. You know, that's another thing with auto shut off, just like computers do it sometimes with the screen, your camera might do it too, so make sure that you turn it on and off when you need to. Anyway, alright, we're back on. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is put your FireWire cable into the FireWire port of your computer. So the way to do that is I'm going to untangle this FireWire cable, and as you can see, it has two sides, two ports, right? And they're different sizes. The bigger size is the one that will usually go into your computer, and the smaller size will go into your camera. Let's find the one on the computer first. So I'm looking at this laptop here. This is not a USB port that I'm talking about. It's a FireWire, also known as the IEEE 1394. So I look for the port. Oh, I see the port right here. So I'm just going to plug that in right in there. Alright, so the cable's in. Now make sure that your camera is off when you plug your FireWire cable into the camera. So I found my camera, and I am going to find the FireWire port, also known as the DV port. I keep calling it the FireWire. It's more commonly referred to also as the DV port. So on this particular camera, I remove the plate that was hiding the port, and I find the DV input, which is this little thing right there, and I put it right in there. Make sure the camera's off. Camera should be off for this. Alright, so I just put it right in there. It's right below the USB port, which is another way of hooking your camera up. I prefer the DV connection there. It's a bit faster than the USB usually. Alright, at this point I want to put my tape into the camera, if it's not already in the camera. So I place the tape in there and push it where it says push and let it do its thing. So it's going to make some funny noises now. And once it stops making those funny noises, that means I can close it right on up there. Alright, I'm going to put the camera right beside the computer, and then I'm going to turn it on. Now, theoretically, the computer should be able to just recognize that it has an external device hooked up to it. Alright, so my camera is on. Oops, the one thing that I did do incorrectly is I turned the camera on into its camera position. So you can see me in there, you can see me in there. That's not something I want to do, because I want to play back my tape. I need to, instead of going to the camera, I need to go to the VCR. So on this particular camera, it has two options. One, I can go into shooting mode, and one I can go into VCR mode, a feature that is on most, if not all, cameras. So what I do is I go to VCR mode, and the computer should be able to detect it. And we hear that sound. And that sound means that Windows has detected an external device. Once it detects it, I come up with this screen, and it shows me I can capture video using Windows Movie Maker. And if I choose that option, I click on that and I can press OK. Well, I'm going to press cancel and show you another way that you can do it and these both go to the same place, and that is Windows Movie Maker. I go to All Programs and Windows Movie Maker. Alright, this is Windows Movie Maker. Now I can capture from the video device. I click on that and I choose my device, and I can enter a file name for my captured video. We'll call it tutorial. And this is just a sample video. I've already created a project, but just for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to capture some of some other footage that another project we're working on. Well, let's choose best quality for playback on my computer. Next, and capture parts of the tape manually. The easier way to do it is to capture the entire tape automatically. It's your choice. I'm going to show you how to capture parts of the tape manually because it's a bit more advanced to do so. We're going to click next, and I can actually control my camera from the DV camera controls on your screen. So when I press play, it will start to show me the video, and after I press play here, I can start capturing wherever I want. Now, I'm not able to show you the preview on with this screen capturing software that I'm using, but when you play the tape, you should be able to see your image right here. So what I'm doing is I'm actually playing my tape, and I'm looking at an interview that was conducted. Let's see, I want to start capturing. So I start capturing, and it will show me how many seconds have been captured and the size of that video file. Notice how large it's getting with every passing second. Wherever I want to stop, I can stop capturing, and that's it. If I want to start capturing from somewhere else, I press play, and I repeat those steps 1 and 2. And whenever I'm ready, I can press finish, and it will import that file. So I've gone to collections here, and it shows me every clip that I captured, and it's broken it up into different folders. So the first thing I want to do is to start putting that onto my sequence. The first clip that I named welcome, so I'm gonna just drag that and put it right in there. And then the next clip, just for the purposes of this tutorial, let's say after the welcoming, I want to talk about the tripod, so the importance of the tripod. I put that right in there. And what was my last clip? Well, I called it conclusion, so I can just drag that right in there. What if I wanted to drag something before the conclusion clip? Well, let's